All right, so I watched Halloween Kills, and I wanted to give myself a day or so to kind of digest and process it, because immediately after I watched it, I thought this was awesome. Absolutely awesome. And as I had time to think about it and, kind of break down everything that happened in the movie, I really liked it. I really liked the movie and what they were going for, and the style they were going for. Was it as methodical, with the kills and a slow kind of steady build to each situation? No, it wasn't. But I love it for what it is. To me, it kind of said exactly what it is. Halloween Kills. You are going to get gore, gratuitous kills all over the place. First and foremost, this movie is one of the, maybe one of the goriest or kill happy horror movies I've seen. It is no short of carnage, to be honest, which I thought was awesome. I absolutely loved the very beginning of the movie, which I was confused at because I didn't understand what was going on. And I'm thinking, man, these guys are in why are they in weird clothing, and the cars are weird, and it really looks like it's old. Once I think I got about, a third of the way through the movie, I realized, oh, it's a flashback. And the flashback scene in this movie is just awesome. It kind of bridges the gap between Halloween 1 and Halloween of 2018. Skips over, all the other ones, which we knew that going in. But I really, really liked what they did as far as having Laurie Strode in the hospital. I thought that was a good throwback to Halloween 2. And I especially loved the fact that they had the masks from Halloween 3 in this movie. I thought that was such a great way to pay homage to that film, which, if you've never seen it, definitely check it out. It's such an underrated film, and because it's not a Michael Myers film, I really think it takes a lot of heat. If it wasn't named Halloween, I honestly think it would be listed as one of the better films for Halloween, because it's a great story, great cast. Yeah, they do the masks. I heard some people talk about how the humor in this, and it was a little over the top. I don't feel like it had a Last Jedi blatantly over the top, forced, stupid jokes in it. I thought the humor was warranted, and I thought the humor, was well placed. There was a little funny jokes in it that I picked up on and I caught, and I enjoyed, because I feel like you kind of had to have a little bit of this and that throughout the film. I thought the characters of Big John and Little John, I thought those guys were just hilarious. They are the two who currently occupy the Myers house, and just their stuff I think is great. I don't think it is wasted humor. I think the humor that they have in their scenes, I liked it. I don't think it was, forced or stupid or misplaced. I thought a lot of the humor in this was good. Problem I kind of have in this movie is the whole mob kind of mentality with everybody, and them kind of just everybody essentially losing their mind over an idea that Tommy Doyle put in their head, and kind of got them like a crazed mob towards somebody who, I guess my problem with it was the guy they had playing that character to who people thought was Michael Myers. It just he didn't seem anything like Michael Myers. Like, he was short, he was kind of like hunchbacked, he didn't look anything like it. He didn't have a mask, he didn't have anything. He looked nothing like what, the Michael Myers that they're seeking out would look like. But again, I understand the whole idea that when people get an idea in their mind, they kind of forget logic and reason, and they just go on instinct and go for it. But I will say, I like that they had Laurie in the hospital, and it kind of reminded me of part 2, with the whole idea that they talked about that Michael was coming to the hospital. And I thought that is a great tribute to part two, because he was, the whole premise around that was he was at the hospital. And the fact that, he didn't actually end up being at the hospital, I thought was a great kind of misdirection type thing. But the fact that they, again, paid homage to that story and idea that he was coming there. And, Jamie Lee Curtis played a smaller role in this than she did in the others. But I get it, because it's kind of setting up for the finale in Halloween Ends. But the end of this movie, with the mob attacking Michael and essentially killing him, just the whole crazy mob mentality, and I thought was awesome. It was something we had never seen in the big three horror movies, in any of them from the past. And I just thought that the way they brought that together was really cool to see everybody like, we're gonna get them, we're gonna take them down as a group. And they had you believing that was it, they were going to get him. They did a great job with this in the ending, to where they presented it as Michael is just pure evil, and no matter what you do to him, he will not die. After she stabbed him with the knife in the neck, it was such kind of a relief, because you're like, okay, this is it. But then in the back of your mind, it's not. And the fact that he gets up and he just tears the shit out of everybody is like nothing I've ever seen. And I think I would have to believe everybody in the theater and watching was cheering it on, like, yes, kick their asses. And the whole scene with just him just taking down a whole mob, I absolutely loved. So the ending of this movie is probably one of the more satisfying and best endings for a horror movie that I can think of. Me, personally, I love this movie. I think it's probably top 3 or 4 at a minimum. I understand it did lack some of the slow, methodical ways about it that, some of the Halloween movies have. But I liked it. I was okay with it. And I love it for what it is. And I'm super excited to see Halloween Ends. This movie, for me, I was completely satisfied with it. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the movie, didn't like the movie, like the review, didn't like the review, thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. And thank you for checking out the video on the channel. And we will see you. Thank you, and have a good day.